Most famous assault rifle and the weapon used to claim the lives of millions of soldiers and militants around the world. Today, though, its creator Mikhail Kalashnikov has reached the ripe old age of 90. And let's get more on this with our correspondent Charlotte Lomas-Farley, who joins us live from central Moscow. Well, Charlotte, it's great to see you. Well, everyone knows about Kalashnikov the gun, but if you know much about Kalashnikov the man, please tell us more about him.
Well, Mikhail Kalashnikov, first, he's turned 90 today, and there's been a lavish state ceremony here in his honour in the Kremlin, and he's just been handed the Hero of Russia by the Russian President Dmitry Medvedev for his services to Russia. And that is to go alongside a long list of awards that he has received over the last 60 years. Now, Kalashnikov, now 90, he did grow up in Siberia in a peasant family, but he did turn in to become the inventor who armed the world with the AK-47. Now, despite this, he barely profited from his design. Now, to explain more, here's a report from my colleague, Oksana Boyka.
He dreamt about protecting people, but created a rifle that kills hundreds of thousands every year. He preaches kindness and honesty, yet his invention is deadly and brutal. On his 90th birthday, Mikhail Kalashnikov is still the biggest gun in Russia's arms industry, collecting awards and dreaming about a weapon to outperform the AK-47.
If you'll make a better rifle, I'll be the first to shake your hand.
Reliable and simple, the two qualities that made Kalashnikov rifles a weapon of choice for two-thirds of the world's armies. For the 25-year-old Kalashnikov, who embarked on his designs in a hospital recovering from a war wound, that wasn't just a concept, it was a matter of survival.
To make something simple is 1,000 times harder than making something complicated. As somebody who fought in the Second World War, I knew very well that this rifle will be handled not by experts, but by simple guys like myself.
It came into its own during the Vietnam War, when US troops often removed AK-47s from dead Vietnamese soldiers, preferring them to their own sophisticated but unreliable M16 rifles. And it still has many admirers in the land of stars and stripes. This Missouri car dealership managed to double its sales last summer by offering free Kalashnikovs with every truck.
That's one of the genius of Mikhail Timofeyevich Kalashnikov's design, is the simplicity of this weapon. He truly revolutionized the combat weapon.
Yet, unlike the inventor of the M16, who received $1 from every black rifle, Kalashnikov failed to capitalize on his invention. His monthly pension is 4 times less than the sale price of a single AK-47.
I'm a child of the time when patents didn't exist. So I didn't patent my design. Kalashnikov rifles are counterfeited across the world, so neither my country, nor my plant, nor me gets anything from that.
Another paradox of a man who dreamt of defending peace with a rifle. Oksana Boyka, RT, Moscow.
So as you heard there, a simple but reliable invention which helped to arm militaries across the world. There are reports that more than 100 million Kalashnikovs have been sold, and despite it being quite controversial being used in conflict, Mikhail Kalashnikov has always maintained that he designed this weapon to defend the country.
Yeah, and the AK brand now is no longer associated with just weapons. So what else is now linked to that name?
That's true, Yulia. It's not just for guns now, it's also a song. The Serbian musician Goran Bregovic did perform his version of the song called Kalashnikov at a packed audience during the Eurovision Song Contest in 2008 down in Belgrade, and that was a very very successful hit and version of the Kalashnikov. And also I have to say that it was not just based, it was also another Russian tradition, but obviously not in conflict. It was the vodka, not only certainly, well, not all Kalashnikov shots will be lethal, I have to say that. And also, I have down in Colombia in South America, a Colombian musician and a peace activist did turn a Kalashnikov, a real Kalashnikov, into a guitar, and this was actually put up to auction, and during the auction it did actually raise $17,000 US. Now that is said to be now hanging in a UN gallery.
All right, Charlotte, very interesting indeed. Charlotte Lomas-Farley reporting there live from